Consider this scenario. Every woman you encounter is broadcasting signals of desire, yet you remain completely oblivious to them. Imagine all those seemingly casual glances, those slight shifts in posture, those brief, almost accidental touches. Each one was actually a deliberate attempt to convey attraction, a silent plea saying, "I want you," but you misinterpreted or overlooked every single invitation. If you believe you've mastered the art of understanding women, it's time to challenge that assumption. The reality is far more intricate and revealing than you might realize. Women are constantly communicating profound interest through their physical presence, a nuanced language of lust woven into their every gesture and expression. If you lack the knowledge to decipher these subtle cues, you're inadvertently walking away from countless opportunities for connection, intimacy, and passion, opportunities you never even knew were presenting themselves. It's a landscape rich with unspoken invitations, waiting for the perceptive observer. Now, let's delve deeper into this captivating realm of female body language, uncovering the specific signs that men consistently fail to recognize. Understand this. These are not random or meaningless actions. Every subtle shift, every prolonged glance, every seemingly offhand touch is meticulously orchestrated, a carefully crafted, nonverbal strategy designed to captivate and allure without uttering a single syllable. It's a sophisticated dance of attraction playing out right before your eyes. And believe me, once you learn to identify these signals, your perception will shift irrevocably. The blindness will lift, and you'll see the world of desire unfolding around you with startling clarity. Let's begin with the most subtle, yet arguably the most revealing category: the silent signals women transmit through their physicality. Women possess an innate mastery of this art, addedly projecting potent sexual cues through posture, movement, and presence alone, often bypassing verbal communication entirely. These minute indicators are so incredibly understated, so effortlessly woven into ordinary interaction, that the vast majority of men fail to register them at all. Consider, for instance, the specific way her lips part slightly when she engages you in conversation. Gentlemen, this is far more than just a neutral aspect of talking. That subtle separation of her lips, perhaps accompanied by a fleeting glide of her tongue across their surface, these are primal, instinctive signals screaming desire. She isn't merely conversing, she's teasing, hinting provocatively that there are layers of meaning and unspoken longing lurking beneath her spoken words. Then observe the delicate tilt of her head. It's frequently so slight, so understated, it borders on the imperceptible. But make a conscious effort to notice next time her gaze rests upon you. If she tilts her head just a fraction while speaking or listening intently to you, interpret this as a powerful signifier of genuine curiosity and profound openness. This seemingly simple, almost reflexive gesture often acts as a crucial prelogue, a nonverbal prologue signaling her receptivity and paving the way for a much deeper, more intimate connection. When her head tilts gently to the side as her eyes meet yours, she isn't solely processing your words, she's deeply attuned to your entire being, your energy, your presence. And naturally, we must address the profound eloquence of the eyes. Oh, the eyes. Women wield their gaze with exceptional skill, capable of broadcasting intense lust and fascination without a single word needing to be spoken. Notice how her eyes might linger on your lips just a heartbeat longer than necessary. Observe how they might dart with subtle, rapid movements between locking onto your eyes and then drifting down to focus on your mouth. This specific pattern is an unmistakable indication that her thoughts have ventured far beyond polite chit-chat into the realm of vividly imagined, intensely intimate scenarios. Touch, that universal dialect of closeness and connection, becomes an incredibly potent tool in this silent communication. When a woman initiates touch, it is almost never accidental or devoid of meaning. Women are consummate artists of tactile interaction, employing touch as an alluring, often hypnotic form of expression designed to draw you in.
That seemingly incidental brush of her hand against the back of yours, that was no random occurrence, my friend. It's a deliberate probe, a way for her to test the waters of your mutual chemistry, carefully gauging your reaction to determine if you possess the confidence to escalate and make the next, more decisive move. Consider the casual, perhaps reassuring touch on your forearm during a conversation. This is a subtle yet crystal clear invitation, beckoning you to step closer, to reduce the physical space between you. Have you ever registered the way her hand might hover near your chest while she speaks? This stands as one of the most blatant yet frequently overlooked forms of overt sexual signaling. She may not make direct contact, but the deliberate placement of her hand in proximity to your chest generates an invisible yet palpable magnetic pull, a nonverbal declaration of attraction. Her focus isn't solely on her dialogue. She's intensely interested in the charged space separating you, a space she consciously desires to eliminate, drawing you nearer. These touches, the fleeting graze, the lingering pressure, may superficially appear innocent or platonic, but place your trust in this. They are integral components of a sophisticated, flirtatious game. She's actively exploring the boundaries, feeling out your responsiveness, and waiting with anticipation for you to reciprocate the unspoken invitation. If you remain passive or oblivious, you forfeit the chance to explore the true depth of the attraction simmering beneath the surface, missing a potentially transformative connection. Now, let's focus intently on the lips, for they are arguably among a woman's most potent instruments of seduction, regardless of any verbal denials. A woman experiencing genuine attraction towards you will often unconsciously bite, lick, or lightly touch her lips during your interaction. The act is primal, undeniably sexy, and serves as a transparent indicator of burgeoning desire. However, here lies the critical misunderstanding most men fall prey to. They frequently dismiss this behavior as mere nervousness, a habitual quirk, or simple absent-mindedness. This interpretation is fundamentally flawed. Women do not engage with their lips in this specific, deliberate manner unless they want you to notice, unless they intend to capture your attention and direct it towards this focal point of sensuality. When she slowly licks her lips, it transcends a concern for dry skin. It's a calculated maneuver designed to draw your gaze irresistibly to her mouth, transforming it into a visual focal point laden with erotic suggestion. It's a sexual invitation cunningly disguised as a minor physical adjustment or a fleeting moment of self-consciousness. And when she gently bites her lower lip, now we enter the territory of an open, virtually unambiguous, nonverbal proposition. In that moment, she is vividly imagining the sensation of kissing you, and her body is conveying this fantasy with startling clarity through this single evocative gesture. The persistent challenge lies in the extreme subtlety of these actions. They're easily dismissed or misinterpreted. Yet once you learn to perceive them accurately as undeniable signals of deep, visceral lust, their meaning becomes glaringly obvious, impossible to ignore ever again.
Hair, the ultimate accessory of allure, is deployed with remarkable strategic intent. Women possess an innate understanding of how to harness their hair to transmit potent signals of interest. Have you observed how she might flip her hair over her shoulder during your conversation? This is far from an idle, unconscious movement. She is consciously positioning herself for your undivided attention, deliberately directing your gaze towards the elegant lines of her neck, the expressiveness of her face, and implicitly inviting your eyes to wander further. The manner in which she runs her fingers slowly through her strands, perhaps twirling a lock absently, that transcends mere habit or fidgeting. It's a potent, nonverbal summons, an invitation crafted to entice you closer, to bridge the gap between you. But the signaling doesn't end there. Women also utilize their hair strategically as both a shield and a lure. If she momentarily hides behind a curtain of her hair, it often signifies desire to feel protected or safe within your presence, a vulnerability that paradoxically draws you in. Simultaneously, there's an undeniable magnetic pull exerted by this act. She's not merely adjusting her hair, she's wielding it as a tool to maintain your intrigue, to stoke your curiosity, and to ensure your continued desire escalates. And when her hair moves with intention, whether she is tossing it back with confidence or letting it cascade freely, she's offering you a tantalizing glimpse into her inner state of desire. Each fluid motion is an unspoken yet powerful invocation for you to advance, to respond to the silent call. Every flick, every sweep of her hair represents a deliberate step closer to revealing her interest, drawing you nearer to her heart and, implicitly, to her body. One of the most profoundly revealing aspects of this nonverbal dialogue is how a woman positions her entire body in relation to you. The subtle adjustments in her posture when you enter her space, the almost imperceptible lean towards you during conversation. These are screaming declarations of "I want you" that tragically sail over the heads of countless men. A woman genuinely attracted will instinctively orient her body to face you directly. She'll align her shoulders squarely with yours, mirroring your stance. This physical alignment is her body's unambiguous way of broadcasting, "I am open, receptive, come closer, engage with me." Yet this phenomenon extends beyond mere physical positioning. Women are natural subconscious mirrors. They instinctively begin to subtly replicate the movements and postures of someone who sparks their attraction. If you lean forward slightly, displaying interest, watch as she mirrors that lean. If you offer a genuine smile, notice how her own smile reflexively emerges. These synchronized movements transcend coincidence. They are potent indicators of mutual interest, primal desires silently echoing between you. When a woman mirrors your physicality, it's an unmistakable signal that her interest is piqued. It's as if her body operates on an autonomous level, irresistibly drawn to resonate with yours. This mirroring is a silent, compelling call towards intimacy, a connection you risk missing entirely if your observational skills remain dormant. Returning to the eyes, those undeniable windows to the soul and unmistakable mirrors of lust, we find where a woman's sexual energy often manifests with the greatest intensity. Witness the dilation of her pupils as she looks at you, a physiological response largely beyond conscious control, signaling heightened interest and arousal. Notice how she maintains eye contact, holding your gaze just a fraction longer than social norms might dictate. This is never accidental. Her eyes are actively communicating volumes about her inner state. Observe carefully how her gaze moves over you while you speak. Does it flicker with deliberate slowness from your eyes down to your lips and back again? Dismiss this as coincidence at your peril. This specific visual trajectory means her eyes are metaphorically undressing you, exploring your form without physical contact. It's a silent, potent declaration of desire, a clear warning shot across the bow signaling her want and her willingness to let you see it. When a woman sustains that deep, unwavering eye contact, resist the urge to attribute it solely to politeness or good listening skills. Her locked gaze is conveying that she's actively envisioning scenarios of intimacy with you. And crucially, when those eyes unmistakably drift downwards to settle on your lips, recognize this as the pivotal moment. This is where the unspoken tension crystallizes, becomes almost tangible, transforming the atmosphere and leaving inaction as the only unacceptable response. The moment demands you act upon the invitation shimmering in the air between you.
There inevitably comes a point where a woman's body language escalates beyond subtlety into the realm of the unmistakably obvious. A moment so charged that even the most oblivious man would struggle to misinterpret it. This is when she leans in significantly, closing the distance with clear intent, perhaps simultaneously biting her lip with focused intensity. It's the come closer look delivered with laser focus, or the unmistakable act of physically inching her entire body towards yours, eliminating any lingering doubt. This is lust laid bare, undeniable and impossible to ignore. The chemistry becomes electric, a palpable force in the room. She is extending a full invitation, laying her cards on the table, signaling her readiness with everything her body can express. There truly is no retreating from this precipice of mutual awareness. Yet, astonishingly, countless men still walk away oblivious, blind to the potent opportunities shimmering right before them. They falter at reading these clear signs, and in this failure, they forfeit moments brimming with potential passion and profound connection. Moments that possess the power to alter the course of their romantic lives. It's high time to shed the cloak of obliviousness. Commit to noticing these signals, train yourself to recognize them, and most importantly, cultivate the courage to take decisive action when they appear. Therefore, the next time you find yourself interacting with a woman, pause and conduct a rigorous self-assessment. Did you genuinely perceive the signs radiating from her? Did you discern the unmistakable current of lust underlying her gaze, her posture, her touch? It's all there, meticulously displayed right in front of you. If you've overlooked these cues in the past, resolve never to let it happen again. Begin actively paying attention to the subtle shifts in expression, the meaningful gestures, the loaded glances. Collectively, they are transmitting a singular, powerful message. She desires you. If you've ever experienced this blindness, this frustrating inability to see what was being offered, share your reflections below. Tell us about the signals you missed, the opportunities that slipped away. More importantly, declare which signals you vow never to overlook again now that your eyes are truly open to the intricate language of desire.